Welcome to Secular Soup. Stay tuned for real talk about atheism, feminism, politics, parenting, and whatever the fuck else Amy and Amy want to talk about, because this is their show. And get ready for a whole lot of motherfucking profanity.
You want to hear a secret?
I won't tell anybody. Go ahead. If I sit next to you, I'm going to get gonorrhea. It's going to jump into me. Just two ladies hanging out.
Is it okay for me to make fun of his neck waddle if I make fun of my own neck waddle?
I'm not sure.
That's a real ethical conundrum.
Would you know if you were born a lizard person, or can you be like adopted into the...
I think you know.
We're such professionals.
We really are.
Buckle up, bitches. It's time to have some soup.
I'm Amy with a Y.
And I'm Amy with an I.
And we're just two blueberries floating in a bowl of tomato soup. And this week we have a very special crossover episode for you. We have teamed up with the dudes at the Dumb All Over podcast and recorded this super sweet episode that we'll be releasing on both of our feeds. So,
right. And can I just say,
back?
typecasting?
Yes. Yeah. Very much. Very
Dumb
much.
all over.
It was a good time, though. I think you'll enjoy it. It was fun. A lot of laughing, a lot of drinking.
Lots of drunk people.
Lots of drunk people. Amy's super drunk in this one, so yeah. So enjoy. Listen to our crossover episode. Tell us what you think, and we will catch you again at the end of the episode.
Welcome to episode number 73 of Dumb All Over. Recording from the state where the people smell worse than the animals, Pennsylvania, this is a progressive podcast with brash opinions on politics, religion, and pop culture. And we're always under the influence of craft beer. On today's episode, we will talk about the North Korea meeting, our future war with Canada, a Supreme Court ruling on voting, and Trump's first lesbian. We also talk about the crisis pregnancy centers for our bigly topic. And we are all going to be doing that with two extra voices today. What? As always, I am Tom. I am joined by the normal co-host, Austin.
Well, I'm not that normal.
Okay, Austin.
What's up, Tom?
Fine, not normal Austin, but semi-normal.
Regular.
Just regular.
Yeah.
Austin.
Austin, end of sentence.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly. And then, joining us from the Secular Soup podcast is Amy with a Y and Amy with an I. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Yep.
Hello. We're here to ruin your show, and we're super excited about it.
Oh,
hey, that's our job.
I'm stroking my neck beard and tipping my fedora as you say that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Listen, our show has been ruined since episode number 1, so you can't do much more harm. You can probably only help us. So we're thankful that you're on the show.
We'll class it up. We're here to class it up for you.
It's like if someone steals my credit, all they can do is repair it, right?
Exactly.
Steals my identity, right?
I offer my social security number to any single person who wants it. What the fuck do you want it for? My debt? Please take it. I'm okay without it.
Let's switch identities.
Hey, have you found the national limit to student loans? Because I have.
Exactly. All right. Now, just so our listeners know, the voice of Amy with a Y, speak up now.
That would be me. I'm the good one.
Amy
I'm the good Amy.
The good Amy? That laugh from Amy with an I does not sound like you're the nice Amy.
Are you judging my laughs now?
That's right.
Sure.
Okay.
That's
so judgy.
Yeah, a
right?
little bit.
that's how I'm introduced. They're like the laughing.
The laughing one. There you go. Normally, I'm introduced.
She thinks she's so funny.
I'm normally introduced by the annoying one, so it's okay. It's quite okay.
I'm usually called that bitch.
Yeah. Only on certain people's phones.
Check her phone. And my mom's phone. No.
I thought about changing it for a few minutes today, but then I just went, I got to leave it there a little longer. I like it too much.
That's okay.
Yeah, I called her with a sad tale, and it said that bitch on her phone, and she felt bad for a second.
Yeah, just for a second, though.
That's all right.
But then she was like, she probably deserved it, that bitch.
Yeah, it keeps things in perspective.
That's it. Listen, I'm on my mom's phone as mistake, so it's okay.
Aren't we all?
Yes. Yeah, we probably all.
Nope. No. Mine's light of her life.
There you go.
I'm assuming.
Well, ladies, thank you very much for joining us for this very, very busy news week. There's going to be quite a bit to talk about, as you can imagine. But before we do anything, it's tradition here to introduce alcoholic beverages. Now, I hope you ladies are drinking with us. If you're not, it's okay. We won't hold it against you. We'll be a little...
Amy's lame.
Yeah, Amy with an I is definitely drinking. I can tell you that. Amy with a Y just doesn't drink in general. So
Well, that's okay then. That's okay.
I'm drinking my signature blend of both vanilla and Lady Grey tea in the same mug mixed together to give it a nice vanilla citrusy
That
flavor.
actually sounds delightful.
It does.
It does.
kind of my
yeah.
It
thing.
does. And now you are the...
It sounds like it does things to your uterine.
I'm sure it does. But you'll be happy to know that I'm high on painkillers, so I'll keep up
okay.
with you in the, intoxicated department.
Sure. Sure.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, yeah.
Long
But-
story as to
'Cause
why,
it's Tuesday.
but
No, it's
yeah,
Tuesday.
just
I get it.
I
It's
swapped
just,
out
yeah.
my meth for painkillers today, so just to keep it on a straight edge.
Well, that's no fucking fun.
She likes her teeth the way they
That's
are.
right.
I don't know. I mean, meth teeth are pretty attractive
Yeah,
to me.
science.
Science, bitch. And Amy with an I, since you are drinking with us, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Blue Moon, the summer honey wheat.
Okay.
They are delicious. They had taste test up in Total Wine the other day, and they were good. So I bought a case.
They had beer tastings at a winery. Is that what that is?
Oh.
It's a
no,
liquor store.
at Total Wine, it's a liquor store.
Listen.
It's like a Walmart of liquor stores, and when you go there on Saturday afternoon, you go over to the bar and you shimmy or whatever I do. I don't know. They give you liquor and wine and beer to taste.
Amy's
down
like
for
their
that.
best patron, so they keep her happy.
The Ventier or whatever gave me his card. He was like, "Call me if you want someone to drink that." I'm like, okay.
I would have been like, I'm okay. I'll take the
I'm
alcohol.
gonna drink it by myself, but thanks.
I think the last time you shimmied at a bar, we got kicked out.
True story. Well, we are going to be drinking from a company that we have never had before.
No.
Except every episode for
Oh,
73
that's right.
straight episodes.
That's right.
It's from Weyerbacher. It is Blasphemy. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is like 100% alcohol.
No.
No, you're right. It's not. It's 11.8%. So
Okay.
it's whiskey in beer form.
It's
That's
kind of like that.
fucking fantastic.
Wow.
I think it's bourbon. I think these are aged in bourbon barrels.
It's so good. I remember this one.
That sounds
It really
delicious. Where can you get that?
Well,
Probably at Total Wine, I would think.
Do they sell it in lame states?
Yeah, they
'Cause
do actually.
I live in a lame
yeah,
state.
Weyerbacher is located in Easton, Pennsylvania, which is the worst of states. But
no.
I think
Does
Texas
your state,
might be the worst.
Does your state produce Ted Cruz?
That's
Because my state offers Ted Cruz to
well,
the
we have
world.
Rick Santorum.
we have Rick Santorum and Pat Toomey.
Oh, yeah, that's a
So-
Let's not
tough.
forget Michelle
No,
Bachman
you're right.
here. Come on.
Oh wow.
Minnesota represent Michelle Bachman.
Yeah.
Wow, we're all
We're
just
tied.
winners here.
And Al Franken. Okay, we'll move on from Al. Yeah.
I'm going to start crying if you talk about Al Franken, so we can't discuss that.
Yeah, no.
And then we can call her that bitch when she's crying. Like, aw.
All right, let's get this.
Look at that bitch's tears.
We'll get the episode off to the correct start. We'll do a symbolic cheers.
Ooh.
Okay, that was a terrible cheers.
That's
and
because you filled the glass too full.
I might have filled these glasses to the very top. All right, enjoy.
Yeah, you'll need a lot of booze when you're recording with us. So
Oh, it's
that
okay.
was probably a good call.
Listen, we just to discuss the news as often as we do, we need to be drunk half the times. Otherwise, we couldn't
Yeah.
do it. This is
point.
this is a very good beer.
Yeah.
It's like a little fruity.
Yeah.
I would expect a 12% alcohol content beer to be a lot more alcohol-y.
Well, you'd expect it to be harder to drink, but it's not.
No,
it's real smooth.
dangerously smooth.
Yeah. That's what they should have called it.
Dangerously smooth.
Yeah. Blasphemy is a pretty good name too. though.
Blasphemy is pretty
Yeah.
good. I like that. And I guess, that's very clever that we're drinking Blasphemy with the Secular Soup podcast.
Oh.
I'm
Does it
Christian
pair well
now.
with
Just
meth? I don't-
FYI, I'm Christian now.
Oh, you changed
you
your
are?
mind again?
I'm so
Jesus.
sorry. I'm
What?
actually here to
Stop.
convert you guys. So
I'm Hindu. I'm
Oh,
Hindu.
you're such a sneaky bitch.
I'm sorry, but have you heard? It's such good news.
What's the good news?
I don't know something about Jesus.
That's about right.
I've heard he's awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's because they never let people who go around saying, "Do you want to hear the good news?" get past that line.
Yep.
I
So
mean,
they
I
never know what the good news
was
is.
Mormon, so if you want proselytizing,
okay.
I can do proselytizing.
The religion that
Well,
I follow
yeah.
happens to be the religion that is made up of white people.
No, so all of them.
Mormonism, right?
Mormonism and Scientology. Scientology,
Yeah.
yeah, that's mine. I'll take
No,
that
you
one.
were raised Catholic, right?
I was.
So-
There's not. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a mixed bag of denominations, or not denominations, of ethnicities in Catholicism.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I wasn't one of them that was touched, so I'm okay. What? I have to say that. I have to
You do.
say that.
No, you do. You have to clarify. Yeah. And
I was raised Minnesota Lutheran, and I can assure you there is nothing whiter than that. So
It sounds pretty
Minnesota,
Wow.
fill in the blank, and there's nothing white.
pretty
on
white.
that.
Yeah,
pretty white.
we're pretty white up here.
They don't even call casseroles.
It's hot dish, bitch.
I'm sorry, but it's a casserole,
Oh my god,
and you put tortilla chips on top
we're
of it. And you're
done.
fine.
We are
Oh my
done.
God.
You guys just broke up our show. Thanks.
Good job.
You're
Men are
welcome.
trash.
Yeah, we are.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's actually something that we agree on. So that's okay. How about we get into some news by entering the realm that we call the Trump Report?
Have I done a good job? Have I done a good job?
Not at all. Probably the least of anybody you've ever met.
There's nobody that understands the horror better than me.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
I like that.
Oh,
you say
he's my
entering
favorite
every week.
person. I'm
I
so
know.
excited.
Yeah. So why don't you explain why he's your favorite person?
because
I
he's
happen to know.
so
But,
sexy.
ooh. Oh yeah. What's sexy about him? I'm just kind of curious.
Okay, how
I
much
see
time do you have? Like everything.
All the time.
all the time. Yeah, I want to hear it
Okay,
all
all
because
the
I
time.
see him sexy in certain ways. I want to see
Okay.
what you say.
I love the way he stands. Like, you know that movie with the fairies and Tom Cruise was in it with the bad guys that are hunched over? Not Labyrinth. The Skeetsnicks or whatever.
All
He's
right,
kind of
hold on.
hunched over.
Hold on. When you say, "Have you seen the movie?" Tom will just answer no.
Okay.
So you don't need
was-
to get
it was
past
that one
I've
with
seen that movie.
It was the one with
you?
the fairies. It was
Yeah,
the one,
that's-
Dark Crystal.
No, Alien.
It's not Alien.
It's not
It's
Alien.
Dark-
no, it's
it's
not.
Dark
Jurassic
Crystal.
Park.
No.
It's Dark
It's-
Crystal with the bad guys
Crystal.
that are like those, or those old guys that are like hunched over.
Yeah.
Isn't that like
Oh,
a
yeah.
Muppet movie or
All
something?
of them are sexy, right? Yeah, it's
Oh,
a-
yeah.
it's a
Okay,
Muppet
of
movie.
course.
So
Oh, yeah. My
he has that.
fantasies.
He has that posture, which is really sexy.
It is. Yeah.
The
All
way his
slunchy
suit
and all
hangs
that.
off of him just
Oh, man.
makes you want to peel it off.
Have you ever seen him in his tennis apparel?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
God, yes,
oh
yes. Then
my
you can
God,
see
I
the
just
tidy
wanna
whities
slap that ass.
underneath. You just want to like I don't know. There's something about it. It's great.
I
It's
love
something.
a visible panty line on a man. Just really gets me going.
It's not just the
Just my
panty line though.
fave.
It's the visible panties. That's
Yeah.
what gets me. It's like there's no mystery because it's salt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's he's and his hair. I could just run my fingers
Well.
through that for days.
Well, listen, the hair turns everyone on. I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm in the dating world, and I actually had a guy tell me he listened to my podcast. He was like, "I just got to clarify. Are you kidding about Trump? Because I almost deleted your phone number when you said something on your podcast about wanting to fuck Trump." I was like, "I'm kidding." He was like, "Phew." He was like, "Because
I'm
I'd like to go
kidding,
out with you,
quote,
but
unquote.
if you're not kidding about Trump, I'm gonna have to delete your number."
Yeah.
I don't care. You can
That's-
delete my number. I mean, don't really, but
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I won't tell him I'm here. It's okay.
okay. Well, quite a few things have happened this week, so we have a lot to talk about. The first thing is probably the most relevant thing that's happened this week, and that is that President Mango Mussolini took his crew of misfits. I mean, Dennis Rodman was in this group.
I think
Dennis Rodman was in this group, Austin.
Well, I think when they're Nazis, it's called a gaggle.
That's
a gaggle of misfits.
Okay. He took his gaggle of misfits to.
By the way, gaggle of misfits is
I want to
definitely
see
my
this
new cover
cartoon
band.
so badly.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. He took them. He took them to meet Kim Jong Un.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like a title? Like the
Kim Jong Un.
Kim
The
Jong
Kim Jong Un. Yeah. Well.
Like the Rick Santorum.
The Donald.
The Donald. Oh, don't get. I mean,
the Santorum is an actual thing.
Yeah. Go to Urban Dictionary
That's
if
true.
you don't know.
Yeah.
It's,
I know all about Santorum.
Oh, what? I'm gonna Google that. What is
wait,
it?
that sounded bad, didn't it?
Yeah, no judgment.
It's so rare that you know something that I don't.
I know. Do you
Go
seriously not know what Santorum is?
I'm Googling it. Hold on.
Do it. Do a
Oh,
Google
boy.
search. Oh yeah. Yeah. No,
I'm sorry. I'm super busy and important. I don't
How
have time
did you
for everything.
miss this? Oh my! It's been a thing for years.
I've been super busy and important for years.
Okay, here's what it is. It's the
I'm
frothy
reading
mix
it.
of lube
I'm
and
reading
fecal
it.
matter that is sometimes the byproduct of anal sex. Did I get that spot on word for word?
Yep.
Yes,
that was
that's
perfect.
the
Yep,
I
that's
didn't
perfect.
even Google it.
I don't do
wow.
any of that stuff. That's gross.
Yeah.
You do
no,
all that stuff.
Not today.
Oh yeah. No, not today. No.
Hence
Not
the
right at this
sad,
very
sad
minute.
phone call. Oh my God! I got no.
It does sound like you're a little too familiar with the Santorum. Do you care to explain or?
Yeah, Amy with a Y. Go for it.
I am a big fan of Dan Savage. I can't help it. And I used to listen to the Savage Lovecast constantly, and he would repeat it, and it's stuck in my mind. And Rick
That'll do
Santorum's
it.
such a piece of shit that it just seemed like something fun to commit to memory. So
Yeah. No, that's a good one. It's a good one.
Yep.
It's a good one and quite disturbing. Quite disturbing. So Trump and his gang went to see
Gaggle.
Kim Jong Un. I'm sorry, Gaggle. Sorry, Gaggle. I don't
Or is
like
it
that
like
word.
crows where it's a murder?
I was literally just thinking that.
Oh,
It's like
no,
a murder
you
of
weren't.
crows.
Do
We're
not
the
try to
same
take my
person.
joke from me.
We are the same person.
We
It
are
was in
so.
my
We
head.
could not be more different.
That's true.
Don't agree with me.
So true.
Somebody had a heart attack too. Did you see that?
Was it
Oh,
Trump?
no.
Oh, God, please
No.
let it be
It
Trump.
was Larry Kudlow.
Larry Kudlow. Yeah.
If he didn't have a heart attack in bed with me, he's not going to die soon.
God damn it.
Yeah.
We were counting on you, Amy.
I know. I'm doing my best. I'm doing the best I can, Amy.
Keep feeding him French fries while you're sleeping with him. Just shove them in his mouth.
Is it bad
As
that
he's
when I got the breaking news that said like the first thing that I saw was heart attack, and the first thing I'm thinking about was, oh my God, Trump had a heart attack?
No,
that's
you're
what we're
just
all
saying
thinking.
what we're all thinking.
Yeah, you're
but
just a
you-
normal American.
But you have to enunciate it more like you would have said it like, oh my God, Trump had a heart attack. Finally.
Yeah, I was doing a quick Google search on like, what's Mike Pence gonna do next? Because I'm like thinking, oh, this is our new president. But then I found that it was Larry Kudlow, and I'm like, I don't really
Gonna
know.
go
you had a
celebrate
bit of a
with
sad-
Mother.
Yeah, seriously.
Here's a question: If Trump, let's say Trump were riding in a convertible down, I don't know, a
Dallas?
street in Dallas, Texas, yeah.
Wait,
And,
stop.
And I just happened to be down on a grassy knoll.
Stop!
No, but I'm just saying, would
We're
that,
all on the watch list now. Great.
Just saying, it's not far.
Good job.
Okay.
Stop! What are you doing?
No, but I'm just saying, would his assassination spur all the conspiracy theories, or would people just be like, eh? Like nobody would? I don't think anybody'd be interested in finding out why. We'd all just
Yeah,
be
you
so
don't look
relieved.
at gift horse
Everybody
in the
knows
mouth,
why.
right?
Everybody knows why.
Look, I'm gonna just do this for all of us, for
Okay.
all of our safety, for the FBI that is listening to this episode right now. We do
You're
not
welcome for the
condone-
joke so far.
No, Amy with the Y.
Hey Tom, get it right.
That's with
it's
an
the
I.
NSA
Don't
that
blame me.
listens.
That's Amy with an I.
I'm sorry.
She's the murderous vixen, not me.
Because I
That's my new
slayed.
cover band.
I am
Murderous Vixen.
peaceful and loving and do not own weapons. So
I don't
That's
own any
true.
weapons either. But I'm on Tinder, and I'm sure someone will give it to me if I flash on my boobs.
Yeah, you probably don't even
So
have to do
true.
that on Tinder. You probably don't even have to. All you gotta do is say hi, and they're like, "Oh my god, penis!"
It's so funny. I swipe left
here's
on
my
everybody. I'm
penis.
like, I think I'm playing the game wrong.
Like, all right, because I was listening to your last week episode where it was all you were talking about the dating apps and whatnot. Honestly, sincerely, how many
Wait,
penises?
did you say sincerely?
Yeah, sure, probably. I probably did.
Okay.
I probably
okay.
did. Anyway,
That's a good
Austin.
word. I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep that.
thank
I
you.
really like that word.
Thank you.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate that you're on my side and my co-host is making fun of me.
I've been on it for like 3 weeks now, so I'm like an expert level, like black diamond level expert of dating apps.
Tinder.
I need to. I'm kind of curious.
For sure.
How many penises have you seen? because
Like in person or online?
on these dating apps in specific.
Honestly, 0.
Really?
Wow.
They have no one
Tom's
sent
doing
no
better
one's
than you are.
No one's in person 4.
Okay.
It's been a slow 3 weeks.
Wait, is that 4 plus Donald, or would that make it a clean 5?
Well, could you see his?
That's a solid 2 inches of glory right there.
He's
I
not
feel like
going
that's more like
anywhere
an
near my face
expedition.
with that. I've never actually seen it.
I feel like that would permanently blind you for life.
Yeah.
To see Trump.
Lights off. Hands above the covers. I'm not touching you.
I bet you, like, if one of
Wake
those
me up
guys,
when you're done.
if one of those guys on one of the dating sites send a picture of the penis, and then you actually go and see it, is it like like going to a car dealership? It's like, I thought it was a little bit better. It looked nicer in the picture. Is it one of those situations?
I have,
gas tank
that's
is on
actually
the wrong
happened to me
side.
before. That has happened to me before, where I received several videos prior to meeting someone in person. And the first thing I said to him was, I talked to his crotch, and I was like, "I've seen your films." He was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Oh, hi, I'm Amy. Nice to meet you."
It's an honor to finally meet you in person.
I've seen all your films. We're actually really good friends now, but you know.
Oh yeah, that's actually the most shocking part of the story. If someone was talking to my penis, I'm not talking to them.
I called him today instead of talking to the bitch that I'm talking to right now.
I was gonna say I gotta change the name on my phone from that bitch to whore. Maybe that. I'm just gonna change it to that whore.
I'm not even a whore.
Hold on, it'll just take me a second.
I was raised Mormon. I'm not a whore. I'm a very good girl.
So let's move on because we're about to we're gonna start a new war, and I wanted to get your ladies' opinions on.
It's the one with cognitive dissonance.
No, yeah, that one.
No,
that
should
one
we be
too.
called ladies? I don't know.
Get your lady brain ready, Amy. I'm gonna put my lady thinking cap on.
I listen. If you want, I can do it. I can say we'll get the opinions of
Bitches?
these two nasty women.
No,
Is that better?
no.
So then, what do you want?
Feisty bitches.
Feisty. All right. Well, I'm
Salty
not gonna,
bitches.
All right, fine.
Feisty bitches
All
is
right,
good.
If that's what you want.
That is our company. We're Delightful Bitchcraft.
I love that.
Nice.
So when you think of enemies of the United States, who do you think of?
Justin Trudeau.
Donald
Yes!
Trump.
Was that the right answer?
That's the right answer. That is the right answer.
Trudeau.
That is the right answer because
Blame
apparently,
Canada.
yeah.
Yeah, those epic Canadians with their maple syrup and healthcare.
Listen, they're a danger. We've known this forever. South Park warned us about this, right, Austin?
That's true.
They warned us.
And they've been right about everything.
They have been. So
Yep.
I don't know. What do you think? You think when do we go to war?
Scott's a dick.
And when do we take over Canada? Because I just want to take over Canada.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I can't wait to be taken over by Canada, frankly. I mean, I am so close to
Seriously.
Canada right now. I could
well-
just get in my car and I would be there in a few hours.
Well,
Oh, nice.
And I welcome our new
You
Canadian
know that's not really
overlords.
bragging, right? Like that's not something that's cool.
But I'm cool, Mom. I always thought I was cool.
I know. It's
Oh,
so
now
sad
I'm
that you
sad.
thought that. No, it's okay. It's okay. You're cool.
All right.
is there a strong border presence? Like, are you that close?
No.
There's poutine
fuck
trucks
no.
on every
I'm
corner.
that close. I could drive right in.
And there's no.
I
There's
can
no
tell you about the border presence in Mexico. It's
Oh, yeah.
strong.
Is it? Yeah. How's that
Well,
wall?
yeah.
How's the
I
wall
mean,
coming along?
we need a wall.
Yeah, how's that coming along?
I've
though?
heard.
I heard it's being
I've
built.
heard good things.
Oh, yeah?
I've heard real good things.
Oh, yeah? That's
I've
good.
heard it could even be invisible.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that was the whole plan, was to
They
make
just
it
what
invisible.
they're gonna do is actually they're just gonna put a collar on all Mexicans and they're just gonna put an electric fence.
Listen, I had a professor actually propose this. Okay, this is actually pretty cool.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that is the worst thing ever.
He said, why don't we just invade Mexico, take over Mexico? That way they become citizens of the United States of America, and you don't need a border. They're now officially citizens of the United States of America.
Well, you could say that about any country.
Who's
Yeah, no.
going to invade Mexico?
Us. We should.
Didn't we try invading Mexico like 100 or so years ago? I don't.
No, see, Texas was part of Mexico. Mm-hmm. Okay, you needed
But
to
then
have
we took
Texas
it,
history
right?
twice. I've had Texas history 4th grade and 7th grade, so I'm basically a pro.
Okay.
Oh, and in college, you had to take it again in college.
Oh, geez, I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, it was Texas was part of Mexico. It was Tejas, and then when Santa Anna came through and invaded, it was this big thing. It was the Battle of the Alamo and all that shit. And then they broke off, and we took Texas. America took Texas.
Oh,
And
right.
broke it off.
So good.
So it actually, yeah,
So
America was
good.
actually in the wrong. Like in every single battle, if you propose like what happened blindly,
I don't.
everybody
think
would
that's
have
true.
acted the way Santa Anna did because America was wrong
We're
to
never
try to
in
like
the wrong.
take over something that was not inhabited by them.
Wrong. That is the
But that
American way.
oil, have you seen the oil?
Why do you hate America so much?
Yeah, seriously. What is
Me
wrong?
or everybody else?
You, Amy.
Because they
Saying
won't
America's
return my
wrong about
calls.
stuff. Jeez.
They don't return my calls, and I'm pretty sure they swiped left. All of America.
This is not even a joke. I was on Tinder about like 2 or 3 months ago. I told Austin about this, and Alex Jones came
It's
up
fun.
on my
It's the
Tinder.
best video game.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Are you
what?
serious? Which way did you?
Yeah.
Do you have?
Did you swipe
okay,
on him?
Of course I swiped
Did you go
right.
on a date with him?
Wait,
I wanted to.
I need an explanation why Alex Jones showed up on your Tinder.
Well, you know.
Well, Tom put in that his type is right wing assholes.
Because there's
Like,
an
were you doing a
algorithm.
science experiment?
Like, there's
Or-
an algorithm.
Yes.
Mine are all bearded men,
Yes.
basically, because
No,
I
it-
swipe right on bearded men.
it was a science experiment, and yeah, Alex Jones
that
came
went
up.
horribly wrong.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
But I'm like,
Just so much science. So much science. It was
Just
amazing.
the fucking pouring off
So
of him,
good.
all the
So what-
science sweat.
so what ended up happening? I swiped right, or is that the way? Yeah, you swipe right
Yeah,
to accept
yeah,
them,
that's
right? Yeah.
right is the good way. If you go up, it's super like.
Oh, I did not know that. So I swiped.
I just get a notification that people super like me, and I was like, I don't care. I'm not going to like them back just because they super liked me.
God, you're such a bitch.
That's adorable.
So when I started talking to the person who obviously it was a fake account, it wasn't really Alex Jones, but the person was in character the
it.
entire time. So,
So
like,
how do you know it wasn't the real Alex Jones then?
well, I mean, if it was, then hey, Alex. How you doing? But I'm assuming it wasn't.
Let's
But-
just say there was a lot of Santorum to clean up.
It was,
There was a guy last week that had his profile picture of him with a stuffed Elmo and a knife to his throat that Elmo was holding.
what the
So
fuck?
of course I swiped right on him.
I
I
was
was
gonna
like,
say,
what
you
did
picked
you
that
do
guy.
to
Yeah,
Elmo?
He seems well adjusted.
Yeah, seriously.
I was really excited. He was like, he went into this long story about how Elmo kidnapped him and held him for ransom. I was like, I bet that fucker's meaner in real life. And he hasn't responded yet, but I'm really excited to hear the story.
I can't wait to hear about this date. This is gonna be a good date.
Oh, man, we're just gonna the whole
Wow.
time we're just gonna be talking shit about Elmo.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would hope so. You can't.
That
You
fucker
can't.
knows what he did.
He's 4 though.
does.
Elmo's only 4.
What do you
He's still
mean?
a fucker.
He's only what?
Yes. 4.
Elmo's 4 years old.
Really?
On
Wait,
his
you
show.
guys don't have kids. You may not realize this.
Okay.
No.
On his show, he's only 4.
Yes.
Oh.
The character of Elmo is 4 years old.
Oh, really?
But the guy,
I didn't know
the
that.
stuffed, the fluffy that plays him might be older.
Yeah, the guy that plays Elmo is, I believe, a child molester. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard that.
Well, that's not unbelievable because it wasn't Barney, the character who played Barney, wasn't he a child molester too?
Yeah.
I thought he was.
Yeah.
No idea, but it would make total sense.
And Mr. Rogers? No.
No, Mr. Rogers. I
Hey,
don't think
don't
was.
talk shit about Mr.
Yeah,
Rogers.
seriously, fuck you, Austin.
Oh, you can talk shit about Mr. Rogers.
No, you
here and
can't.
say-
He was on our side.
Mr. Rogers is a goddamn national treasure.
He is a national treasure. It's like
Just like
I'm just
Lin-Manuel
saying,
Miranda.
it's like Bob Ross, but not so much beating the devil out of it.
I tried dating someone who looked like him, but he just wasn't funny.
Bob Ross,
Bob Ross
or,
or Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
who's that?
Oh my God.
What?
Okay,
Who's
hey,
Lin-Manuel
we're
Hamilton?
gonna go
Who's-
now.
wait,
and
I'm hanging up.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold
I'm
on.
done.
Who's Lin
Done.
Manuel Miranda? What is that?
Oh wow, that was
Oh
racist.
my god.
No, who is
I
that?
need to catch my breath.
Wait, was that Tom that didn't know?
I'm hyperventilating.
Yes. Yeah.
That was Tom.
Okay, Austin, can you slap him for me?
Fuck
Gladly.
him up, Austin.
Yeah.
Tell him it's from me. He'll know what it means.
No, don't actually hit me, you fucking asshole.
How do you not know who Lin-Manuel Miranda is?
Austin.
I don't.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
going to do an intervention here. Tom,
Yeah, hi.
Please do.
I'm Tom. Yeah, hi.
I'm about to like hang up and
Yeah,
just go to
okay.
the pool with my kids, and we all know I don't want to go to the pool with my kids.
okay, Tom,
Okay. Yeah,
have
go
you
ahead.
heard of the classic American musical Hamilton? Perchance?
Isn't that the one that like booed Mike Pence not too long ago?
Yes, that would be
Yes.
the one. Yes.
Yep, I've heard of it. Yes. Mhm.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is the genius behind Hamilton as well as
It's
In the
amazing.
Heights. He's a goddamn national treasure, and you
In
should
the
know who he
Heights.
is.
In the Heights.
He's basically Betty White.
He's the most perfect human in the country.
He is. Yeah. And I tried to fuck a guy that looked like him, but he wasn't funny. Just wasn't funny.
Well, the most perfect guy in this country is Ted Cruz. So I'm not exactly sure where you're going with that. Or
But have you seen Donald Trump? Hold on, strong disagree.
I have every night.
Oh man.
Have you seen him naked?
Yeah, every night.
That's where he goes. Oh, that's
Wait,
really
you two are
just-
sharing him now? Oh.
I'm not sharing. I
When
don't
does he
share
have
anybody
time
with
to go to
anybody.
North Korea?
I don't care.
I was
honestly
just.
don't. I have so many dates that don't even care.
Yes, you do.
good
Yes,
point.
you do. You care. You care. You want the one and only, the Donald.
I want the D from
Yep.
the D.
Yes. I'm frantically scrolling for a new story. Hey.
Is
good
frantically
idea.
scrolling like a euphemism?
What do we got? We got time for like one more.
One more, yeah.
Okay, we got one more.
We told you. This is what happens.
It does.
Better men than you have tried to shut us up. It doesn't work.
Were they better though? I
Not
don't think they were
really.
better. No one was actually better.
Aw, thank you.
True.
Thank you. We are.
It doesn't mean you're the best. It just means none of you
Yeah,
guys
don't
are
get a
good.
big head.
Wow, then
Jesus.
fuck you too. Okay. I've never told any of our guests fuck you, so I'm sorry. One more story. This one comes from a website I've never heard of called bustle.com, but the story is accurate. I just
Bustle?
Wait,
Bustle?
you've never
You've
heard
never
of
heard
Bustle?
of Bustle?
I was no.
Do
I've
you
never heard
live
of
in a
Bustle.
cave, Tom?
I live in Pennsylvania.
do.
That's pretty close.
Well, it's like
Basically
a
the same
cave,
thing.
but without the amenities.
Oh my.
Those bioluminescent bugs.
Oh my god.
Trump nominates Mary Rowland as his first LGBTQ judge after picking others with anti-gay records. President Trump has so far announced over 100 judges to serve on the federal courts across the land.
100.
Which, by the way, that's a scary thing right there,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
right?
He's basically populating the lower circuits
Yeah.
to sway his way.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
That's very terrifying. But on Thursday, HuffPo, our favorite news, I don't know if they're our favorite, noted
Jeez,
that
at least you've heard of them.
They're
Are
the
they
Harry Potter
fake
one, right?
news? I've heard bad things about them.
you guys are being bullies to me. You know, this is fucked
Sorry,
up.
I've had
It's
so many
2018.
interventions and classes about this. I really
Stop it, Amy. Be
Listen,
nice.
it's 2018 and I'm a snowflake, so I'm offended. Okay,
Tom, it's like high school all over again for you.
it really is. But on Thursday, HuffPo noted that Trump nominated Mary Rowland, a judge from the LGBT community. That all those letters combined for a second. A first.
What do you bet he said the LBLT community?
He probably
I
said
guarantee you.
Or the
No,
BLT.
he said the
He
BLT.
definitely said
Yes.
BLT.
He said the BLT community.
Damn it! Now I want bacon.
He's like, well, I finally found my BLT community member.
Yeah.
And there you go.
I
It's
nominated
Mary
an
Rowland.
L.
that what
The most
letter she
boring
is
one.
in the L?
Oh yeah,
L-
boy, lady, transgender. So he has 2 more to go. Well, 1 more to go. A first in the 18 months since he took office. Ew, that's 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's a definite departure from some of Trump's previous judicial nominees, many of whom have demonstrated anti-LGBT bent over their legal careers. So, what do you think of this?
Like sounded like it's like they're bent over their legal careers.
That's what it says.
All right, whatever.
That's what it says.
Weird wording, Huffington
It's
Post.
from Bustles. It's from
Oh, that's right.
bustle.com,
Okay,
not HuffPo.
sorry.
So, what do you think about this? You think this is a
I'm
change of the
curious
guard?
I'm curious to find out what horrible things this person believes, because I can't believe that Trump actually put somebody on the bench that's a decent human. Right. So while it's great that he's pulling from a more diverse pool of people,
Right.
Does this person kill puppies, or what do you think their deal is? I don't
All
know.
right. So Austin asked the same thing.
I was wondering the same thing. Like,
And-
like what is it? Like the one lesbian Nazi? No, maybe there's more than one.
Well, in the article, it does say, now this doesn't necessarily mean shit, because they're Democrats and some Democrats are still
No, that's
shitty.
what Santorum means.
Well, okay. It says 2 of Illinois' most prominent Democrats, Senators Dick Durbin and Tammy Duckworth, helped secure the nomination for Rowland. So she has the support of
Interesting.
prominent Democrats. So it's interesting. And then she's also a part of the Gay and Lesbian Bar Association, which I didn't even know existed. And
That sounds like a great name for a bar.
it does. It does. It does. It does.
Sounds like a fun place to go.
It's the gay bar that gives you a degree.
There you go. Yeah.
Ooh,
There you go.
Nice.
There you
2
go.
birds.
There you go. So I mean, it seems like she's, a normal human being. I don't know why he picked her, but it's interesting. What do you think?
Probably had something to do with the burning cross on her front lawn.
Oh my god.
Oh. Are those not in anymore?
No.
No,
Well,
I think
they
went
are
out
in
of style.
Texas. You're still good.
Okay, because it's actually required in my neighborhood association.
Oh,
okay,
well,
okay.
yeah.
No,
makes
you can
sense.
keep yours up. It's fine.
Okay, I mean there's when we're in fire like a burn ban, it can't say lit,
Right, but you can leave it up in the
otherwise-
lawn, right?
Right, you just like light it up.
So
With,
With
lights.
LED lights.
Correct.
Perfect. Yeah. It saves
We
energy.
just thought a lot about this. We went really deep. It was like a deep cut into something that was just bullshit.
Oh, this is what we do. It's why we're delightful. I have long since given up on trying to figure out Trump's motives for anything, so I have no idea what's behind this. Who knows?
When someone makes a decision that he doesn't agree with, he tries to overturn them. I think he tried to do that as a gesture, and then when she goes against something that he thinks should go a different way, he's going to try to get her kicked off the bench.
It does seem like
make an example of her or something. But he's trying to pander. He's always trying to pander to some group.
Yeah. Well, don't forget
Maybe she told him he's pretty, and then he was flattered.
Oh
And
Jesus.
I mean, he is.
Oh.
I love that ruddy complexion.
True.
Excuse me, I gotta go
Nothing
throw up.
nothing says hot like ruddy.
It does seem like he is pandering, because he ran on the platform or on one of his platforms saying that he's gonna be a champion for the LGBT community.
Yeah.
But he hasn't.
Yeah.
In
he
what
obviously,
way? Yeah,
well,
please explain.
Use
small
obviously-
words because we're real dumb.
Okay, well, obviously, getting Mike Pence as the vice president, that was the first step to guaranteeing.
That was his first LGBT appointment.
He's trying to guarantee. Listen, Trump's just trying to guarantee that Pence hangs with the LGBT community, and by hangs I mean
not the
actually
women, though.
hangs with them.
Oh no, he can't because Mother she'll be very
Austin
upset.
is fully on board thinking that Mike Pence is gay. What do you think about that? Do you think Mike Pence is a closet gay?
him and Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tom Cruise?
Ted Cruz or Tom Cruise? Both. Probably both. Yeah.
Oh.
Tom Cruise?
All.
Tom Cruise?
I don't know. I can
I
go
think
either way on
everybody's a
Pence.
little gay.
Isn't he
Everybody's
Mormon?
Gay.
No, Scientologist. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Are they allowed to be gay?
No, that's Romney. That's Mormon.
Oh, right. And Tom Cruise
He's like
is a
a Mormon
Scientologist.
god.
Are
basically.
Scientologists allowed to be gay? Is that a thing?
I don't see why not.
You know, I actually went to bit of a tangent, but I went to a Scientology center once with a group from Minnesota Atheists. They actually put together this thing where they took a field trip to the local Scientology center.
That's awesome.
They got the Scientologists to let us come in as a group and ask some questions and shit. And somebody did ask them about that, like, what's their stance on being gay? And they were very just evasive and basically said that they didn't have a problem with it. And
neither do Mormons.
Yeah.
Sure.
I also asked them
totally.
what their stance on abortion was, and it was the same thing. Well, but whatever. They basically wouldn't answer the question, but tried to make it sound like it was fine. Yeah.
That Mormons are 100% totally okay with gay people as long as they disavow their families and don't practice being
don't have
gay
sex
ever.
Yeah.
Never, ever. You cannot. They don't call it gay. They call it same-sex attraction, which is a sin.
Wow.
Sounds like a theme park.
It's an affliction from God. So yeah, it's like, we don't have a problem with you as a person. We just don't want you to be who you actually are. But other than that, we're totally okay with you.
Totally cool with it.
Just don't put your dick in an ass and you're good to go.
Could you just not? Just don't.
Don't do that.
But then how else are we supposed to stack you?
I mean, there's lots
But
of options.
we're okay with
options.
it. We're fine with it. Just don't do it.
We're okay with you.
Yeah.
We like you as a person. It's like love the sinner, hate the sin.
Right. Unless
they love you as a person, but they don't like anything about you.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
That sounds like, my gosh, it sounds like every single family holiday.
Because if I'm not mistaken, we have we have our Bigly topic coming up, but it's not going to be presented by Austin. Is that correct?
What?
Yeah.
It's not going to be presented by me either because I'm lazy.
I'm taking this bitch over.
All right. Let's take a break.
I got papers in front of me and everything.
Oh,
what?
Sweet.
Like real paper?
Like
made from
real
wood?
paper made out of wood.
Like prepared as fuck. That's what our generation would say. Lit. Yo. Okay.
My generation did not say any of those things.
I think our generation
I don't think ours did.
No, probably not.
I think Tom's hanging around with too many children.
Don't make it weird.
That sounded really bad, Austin. And we're going to make sure we cut that out of this podcast. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Dowcast.
Why do you call it the Dowcast every fucking week?
You see the reaction you just gave me?
Yes.
That's why. That's why.
Oh my god.
That is why. Yep, that's right. Dow.
Whatever.
Peter Dow is a handsome motherfucker. Okay. If you like
what's more handsome than like a circumcised gerbil?
What does an uncircumcised gerbil look like?
Yeah, Austin. What does it?
That's a good question. I imagine Steve Bannon. So congratulations, Peter Dow. You look a little better than Steve Bannon.
a little better. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is time.
I should probably listen to their show.
It's okay. I don't listen to our show either. Secret exposed.
That's a lie. You're obsessed with yourself.
I listen to my podcast twice a week.
There you go. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're narcissistic as fuck.
We really are. It's bad. It's a problem.
That's okay.
It's only a problem if you want to change it.
That's
well,
true.
relax. It sounds like you're qualified to be president.
Oh, for sure.
Whoa. Do you play golf?
Toad.
Do you play golf?
No.
Then guess
Oh,
what?
sorry.
Fuck
Sorry, you're not qualified to be president. You got to golf.
Wii golf. I can play Wii golf.
No, well,
That's
okay. That
I can
could count.
stand there and hold a club in my hand.
I'll accept it.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then hit a baby
and
seal.
hit things. Yeah.
Okay, I definitely accept it.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
All right.
EPA, down with the EPA. Okay, let's now do the topic that is known as the Bigly topic.
No, that was a tortured sentence.
Shut your mouth, Austin. All right, so now if you're you're used to our bullshit of a show, you know that Austin.
You'd like our show.
Austin is the one that normally does the Bigly topic, but this week we outsourced to Minnesota. And
Minnesota.
That's where she lives.
and
Small undisclosed rural town in Minnesota.
there you go. There you go. And
Send me a good dick pic and I'll tell you where she lives.
challenge accepted.
I lied to her. I'm actually in Idaho.
Oh,
I know.
Tom, you couldn't. You
Oh,
couldn't
I
win that
actually
contest
know.
anyway.
Google Earth is my friend.
Oh my God.
So Amy, what is our bigly topic for today?
Well, I have a confession to make. So I offered to write this bigly topic, and I wanted to talk about crisis pregnancy centers. And my first idea was to just find the wonderful John Oliver segment that he did on his show and just read it verbatim and see if anybody would notice.
Sounds right.
She said that to me. I was like,
I thought it would be funny and save time, but then I had a conscience and thought, no, I should actually do this. So
No, atheists don't have morals. Don't worry about it.
that's true. So I actually do have some actual printed out papers that I typed up today right in front of me here. So without further ado, I will launch into my presentation.
Awesome.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
So what
Okay.
what
It's
are
going to be bigly.
crisis?
Oh,
pregnancy
I'm getting
centers?
there. Calm down.
No, I want to know now.
Oh,
Sorry,
she
that's-
told you to calm
I'm a
down.
guy. I need to know now.
It's all,
Well, that's his
it's all
thing.
in here. I got a whole
Yeah.
thing. All right.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
here we
If
go.
we were in the same room, you'd slap me too.
All right. Have you ever seen a billboard or ad somewhere that reads pregnant, scared, need help? Of course you have. And you may have thought, that's nice. Scared pregnant people should be able to get help. Well, as it turns out, those billboards are a marketing tool for one of the most insidious things to happen to scared pregnant people in this century. What am I talking about? Crisis pregnancy centers, of course, or CPCs, as I'll be calling them for the rest of this talk because it's shorter and I'm lazy.
Okay.
So you may be asking yourself, what is a CPC and
I
why
am.
should I be pissed off about
Yes,
it?
I
See,
am.
I
Thank
already
you.
had you covered here.
Thank
in
you.
my
Thank you.
little presentation. Basically, a CBC is a religious organization disguising itself as a medical clinic in an attempt to scare the bejesus out of women who may be thinking about having an abortion. They're sneaky motherfuckers and they're very successful at what they do.
Okay.
So first, a bit of history. In 1967, the first crisis pregnancy center in the U.S. was opened by Robert Pearson in Hawaii. As a way to promote the pregnancy center movement, in 1969, Mr. Pearson then founded the anti-choice Pearson Foundation, a St. Louis-based organization to assist local groups in setting up crisis anti-abortion counseling centers. So this foundation provides training sessions, slideshows, such as one called Caring, which is a 27-minute show that includes many pictures of bloody fetuses and waste cans, and one of a gurney carrying a woman who is apparently dead and is covered by a sheet. It ends by comparing abortion to the final solution.
Oh,
So that's one slideshow they offer that you can use in crisis pregnancy centers. Maybe,
joy.
yeah, I feel maybe I should mention like all the trigger warnings here. This might get kind of nasty. So I don't know
fuck
if
it.
that's a thing you do.
Nah,
You know.
fuck it.
Just-
listen.
If you're sensitive,
exactly,
proceed with caution.
exactly. Or to,
I don't think this is any worse than me describing Trump.
Probably not. It's
not.
definitely
It's-
not.
It's
No.
not. It's not. It's got a
So-
small penis. Okay, go ahead.
This foundation, okay, so this Pearson Foundation place. So they also provide pamphlets, discounted video equipment, kits to perform urine tests, and a manual entitled How to Start and Operate Your Own Pro-Life Outreach Crisis Pregnancy Center. So in 1984, Pearson authored this widely used manual where he outlined the deceptive tactics that continue to characterize the behavior of many CPCs. In the 80s and 90s, so before you kids were born, CPCs continued to grow and gain power through the support of organizations such as Focus on the Family, the Christian Action Council, now known as CareNet, and the National Institute of Family Life Advocates. CPCs have formed financial support networks through funding and franchise groups like Birthright and Heartbeat International. CPCs actually outnumber abortion clinics in the U.S. There are an estimated 2,300 to 3,500 CPCs currently operating in the U.S., while there are only 1,800 abortion clinics.
Oh shit.
And that information actually is probably even worse now because I got this from a pamphlet written. I have links to all this shit if that's something you want to do in your show notes.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
it was basically a little thing Mother Jones magazine made up about the history
I
of the
love Mother
CPC
Jones.
movement. They're awesome.
You guys have heard of them.
Yes.
I've heard of
Yes.
that.
We
one.
Tom
have.
definitely
We
hasn't heard of
I
Mother
definitely
Jones, yeah.
have.
Okay.
You bully.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, I couldn't get a date for that number that I just read off, but I guarantee you if it's probably less than 1,800 abortion clinics at this point. But at any rate, so that's kind of our history of how they popped up and where they came from. One of the most sketchy things CPCs like to do is set up shop right next door to actual abortion clinics and then give themselves misleading names to try to trick women into thinking that they're either an abortion clinic themselves or that they're the exact same clinic that they're setting up shop next to.
Like Fetuses Are Us?
Pretty much, yep. They're banking on the fact that they can get women to go to the wrong location, which will cause them to miss their real appointment, giving the CPC time to scare the bejesus out of the patient. As a side note, there's an excellent documentary on HBO called 12th and Delaware that follows a CPC along with the abortion clinic that's like kitty corner across the street from it. And if you have not seen it yet, you should stop what you are doing, go to Patreon and give us money, and then go on HBO and watch 12th and Delaware. So,
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, okay.
It is a fantastic documentary. So anyway, what happens when you accidentally wander into a CPC? Well, you're going to meet some super nice people that are oh so concerned for you and your baby. Now, whether or not you're actually pregnant isn't the point here. If you even think you're pregnant, that means you're sexually active, and that means that they have a chance to minister to you about the evils of sex and birth control and abortion. So they will gladly perform a free pregnancy test for you. They'll tell you that the test will take about half an hour to run, which is a lie. Urine pregnancy tests take about 3 minutes to run, but those extra 27 minutes give them a chance to, you guessed it, scare the bejesus out of you about abortion.
Wow.
They will make damn sure by the time you leave their building, whether you're pregnant or not, that you've been fed a steady diet of misinformation about the dangers of abortion. So I'm just going to read a few little anecdotes here from another pamphlet that NARAL Pro-Choice America put out called The Truth About Crisis Pregnancy Centers. So this is horrifying. These are just examples of some of the things CPCs like to do. Once women are enticed into CPCs, they may be subjected to a variety of coercive and offensive tactics intended to prevent them from exercising their right to choose. Women may be forced to watch shocking films, slideshows, or pictures designed to scare vulnerable women into carrying pregnancies to term. One volunteer at a CPC states that to shake the complacency of women seeking abortion care, she pulls out a big color photo of a fetus with closed eyes and a smile. She then flips to another full-page color picture, fetuses in a trash bin. Sometimes she takes the pregnant women into a tiny chapel to pray before a marble altar.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
An Arizona man whose 16-year-old daughter had been raped took her to a CPC, not realizing that it was an anti-choice fake clinic. After being shown brutal footage, including pictures of dismembered fetuses, the man claimed that they just emotionally raped her. They are advocates for the unborn, and to hell with the troubled person. They had an axe to grind, and they just terrorized her.
Jesus.
In Milwaukee, a woman went to a CPC to talk about her options. Instead, she was told that she had the devil inside her and was then bombarded with graphic images of disfigured babies and aborted fetuses. Wow. In an effort to scare women away from considering abortion care, some CPCs provide false propaganda about the consequences of abortion, including false claims that abortion causes breast cancer, sterility, and psychological damage. In a New York Times op-ed, one woman described of her experience at a CPC in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The counseling that I received included the following. I was cautioned that abortions cause breast cancer. I was warned that I would inevitably suffer from post-abortion stress syndrome, which is not a thing, by the way.
Yeah.
I was told that I would not hear this information from doctors because doctors make money performing abortions and would lie about the procedure's risks, which is just all kinds of bullshit. So,
yeah, true.
So, obviously, CPCs suck for all kinds of reasons, but for me, the biggest travesty is the blatant lying that they're allowed to get away with. If a religious organization wants to operate in an openly religious way, and if people want to use those services, great. But flat out lying to women to get them through the door is just wrong. They do not advertise the fact that they are religious organizations. In fact, they rely on you not knowing that to get you through the door. And not only do they get away with it, but they're rewarded for it with state funding. In 2007, local Minnesota douche canoe and then Governor Tim Pawlenty implemented the. He really is just the worst. And
that's your favorite word.
He's going to be our governor again. He's running again. I'm so excited. Oh, piece of shit. Anyway.
Who is it? I don't follow politics.
Teapot, Tim Pawlenty. Yeah. Don't worry,
also
Donald
don't
will
read
tell
for
you.
fun,
He's friends
you know?
with Donald. He'll let you know who he is.
I know.
He implemented the Positive Alternatives Act, which diverts over $3 million in state funds to crisis pregnancy centers.
Positive alternative.
The Positive Alternatives Act.
Okay, the phrasing is bullshit.
Oh, I know. So $3 million of Minnesota money, which is actually nothing compared to the $38 million.
Is that like Monopoly money?
No, wait. You're about to get pissed. Hold on.
I'm already I'm like the Hulk. I'm always angry. We've talked about this.
That's true. $38 million.
That's my secret. I'm always mad.
Goes to crisis pregnancy centers in Texas.
$38 million.
Yes, Texas accounts for over half the state money
And
that
they
goes to
closed
CPCs.
the abortion clinic or the Planned Parenthood in my town. Mm-hmm. They closed my Planned Parenthood in my town.
But I bet your CPC gets a lot of money.
I'm a whore, and I would really like a place to do all of my STD testing.
Right? Write to Greg Abbott. Maybe he can help you out with that.
I should just sleep with him.
Good idea.
Just get straight to the dick of the problem.
Okay, I am so close to done here. Hold on.
I gotta put that on a wine glass.
Power through. Okay, write that on a wine glass. Okay. I'm gonna finish this up quick here.
I'm not going to.
All right.
I'm drinking.
So your shitty governor gives $38 million of your dollars to crisis pregnancy centers. But this problem isn't limited to Minnesota and Texas. Currently, at least 14 states have similar programs to provide tax money to CPCs. And those states are...
Please.
Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania,
yes! Woo!
Texas, and Wisconsin. Woohoo!
Oh, yeah.
Living in paradise.
It's like November 8th all over.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Now, excuse me while I go kill myself.
Oh. That was dark.
While the right wing continues to bitch about their tax dollars going to abortion, which they don't, my tax dollars and yours are funding these fuckery factories. And yes, I wrote those words. Fuckery factories myself.
My new cover band.
On paper. Did you
pretty
use a
proud
pen
of
or a
it.
pencil?
I typed that bitch into the computer. So.
You typed it? What are you, 12?
Pretty much. All right. And what's worse is that...
I don't even know what that means.
I'm just going to keep going. I'm powering through.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah. And what's worse is that most people don't even know these programs exist.
No.
That's right. Your tax money is currently funding what amounts to a church and clinic's clothing. Pissed off yet? I sure am.
I definitely
So
am.
what can be done about this? Vote, motherfuckers. The only way to reverse this trend is to elect state legislators that will not only get rid of the tax funding for these blatantly religious organizations, but who will also start to pass laws requiring truth in advertising for these fucksticks. So far, California is the only state that has started to get their shit together with this issue. In 2015, they passed a law requiring that licensed clinics must disseminate information to women about government programs that provide free or low-cost services for family planning, abortions, and prenatal care. Now, this is great and all, but I have zero faith that it will make much of a difference. Until we require these motherfuckers to affix orange neon signs to their doors announcing that they are, in fact, not only religious organizations, but that they will under no circumstances be giving you any accurate information on abortion, then this problem will continue to get worse. These people are well-funded and organized, and they are essentially in every single community in America right now, and they are preying on women who are already going through an unbelievably shitty situation. The end.
True story.
Amy?
True story.
Yeah.
Amy?
Yeah?
Fucking.
Are you pissed off now?
Fucking brilliant. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you.
I mean, the content is fucking terrible. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so the thing about the Bigly topic, since Austin created it, was it's a lot of these topics. It's a lot
of scientists.
it's a lot of topics that I don't know a lot about, and this was one of them. I won't lie. Like, I had no idea.
Bad.
I didn't even know existed.
Really?
I really
and
didn't.
you know what?
Yeah.
The only reason I even know about it is because I used to work at the local Planned Parenthood, which is also closed in my town. And so we had direct interaction with these motherfuckers, which is how I figured out who they are and what they do. But they're insidious, man.
So why these?
I have a pro tip. If you don't listen to her, then you still don't know about it.
It's true. That's what Amy usually does.
So while these motherfuckers are making
Yeah.
all the money, Planned Parenthood is they're
Yeah.
closing down
Yep.
all over the country.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're not even like these places don't even have to. They are religious. Like if you watch that 12th in Delaware, you'll see just how this has nothing to do with anything but religion.
Right.
They get you in the door and they use every fucking trick they can think of. They will do an ultrasound and write "Hi, mommy" and "Hi, daddy" on
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Gross.
They in that documentary, there's a scene where a
If
woman.
my baby said that, I would throw
That'd
it.
be creepy, right?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I was thinking that's making it's more likely to go through with it.
Yeah.
I
This
think
is the
one of the
demo.
worst I've seen.
You're like, you don't know what you're doing right now, but it's not good.
Parenting's for suckers, anyway.
Now, obviously,
Parenting, is that what you
Yeah.
said?
now
Parenting's
Yeah,
obviously
I know.
when
I know I have the half a dozen. It's gross.
Yeah. No, watch 12th in Delaware and you will be ragingly pissed by the end of it. There's a scene where this woman goes into the CPC. She thinks she's going into the abortion clinic because they set up shop they'll buy the building right next door. And so they're hoping to trick you into coming in. And so this woman goes in and she's talking, she wants an abortion. She's trying to figure out how to get one. And she's saying, well, I already have 2 kids and my boyfriend is abusive. And this woman actually says to her, well, for all you know, the baby makes it better. Maybe he'll get better after the baby's born.
Christ.
I mean, these
fuck
are the
you.
lengths these people will go to. It
fucking
is
kidding me?
disgusting. No, it's gross. And they are doing this
That's
all over
awful.
America and people don't
You know,
realize.
if you just had his baby, he wouldn't hit you.
That's how it works out, I heard, usually.
Oh my God.
You have the baby and then he stops hitting you and becomes a wonderful,
Yeah.
loving spouse and parent.
Yeah, I'd like to
So-
see one situation where that actually fucking happened. One, just one situation when that
Yeah.
fucking happened, and then we'll talk.
Yep. Yeah,
Well-
there's a scene in there where there's a girl who's like 15, I think, and they tell her, well, you could get breast cancer, and she believes them. So she has
Oh my
this baby.
God.
She's
Of course
15 and
She
she's
could get
poor,
breast cancer
and
if she has an abortion.
That's what they tell her.
Well, of course
Yep.
she's gonna
Oh,
believe it. It's a
gross.
15-year-old kid.
I mean, Yeah, it's just lies. There are no regulations
have
on these
Google?
people. It's probably not. I mean,
crazy.
it's
It's crazy.
God, that's so
That's
awful.
crazy
sad.
and
It's
sad.
heartbreaking.
But,
And then you have kids in this situation. It's
And
Yay,
she's stuck with
America!
whatever fucker got her pregnant
Yep.
for 18 years.
yeah.
yep.
Oh yeah, and that guy's gone.
Or not.
You know
or
that
he
guy's
just
gone.
disappears and then she's on her own.
That's
and-
true.
Or,
That's true.
or it's
Which
just
is
more
not,
and more.
Oh,
which is not easy.
oh my God. Oh, Jesus, Austin.
What did he
Oh
say?
my God. He said, "Oh, it's just Roy Moore."
Oh, Roy Moore. Roy Moore is so gross.
I was really, really sad that he didn't win.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's okay, Amy. He almost won.
Yeah.
He almost
It was
won.
fun.
That's enough.
Okay, good.
That's enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That's
Because
That's
that's the
enough.
country we live in.
yeah. That a fucking
I was really happy that he almost won.
Oh.
He came in second place out of a race of 2.
So good job, Roy
Hey,
Moore.
I heard he's a real catch. You
Oh
know?
yeah, he's
Is he single?
Because
I am.
unfortunately
single and ready to mingle with 13-year-olds.
no.
I have to say, I bet.
Which direction should I swipe?
I think
Because
you're
I'll
way
swipe
too old
all
for
over.
him.
No,
Yes.
way too old.
Yes.
I am.
You're like 3
delightfully
decades
young.
too old for him.
No. Shut your dirty
Mike-
hole mouth.
Mike-
I am super young and hot and viable.
Hey, my cousin is 16 and she's too old for him. So that should be your warning sign right there.
But I have to say that when he lost that race, that was the first time he ever came second.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway.
So has this show been a success? What's our verdict?
Yeah.
Oh,
Feels
totally.
good.
Yeah.
But I'm
Feels-
also
feels good.
drunk,
That's
so-
true.
Yeah.
You're all drunk right now, aren't you?
Let's.
Yes, very much
Oh,
so.
absolutely. So, yeah.
Okay.
So let's take our last break, and when we come back, we will
I have to go to the fucking pool still. So.
No, not yet. Not yet. We'll come back with our final thoughts. And so ends our big dumb show.
Yeah.
as you know, we do this every episode, Austin, where we just talk about the everything. But we're gonna let our guests do that first.
Oh yeah.
But before we even do that, That's not.
No,
So,
solid sentence. You nailed it. You're fine.
so listen,
You're fine.
that's
You did great.
my brain.
Behold my new language.
That is not what my brain thought about. It's what my mouth said.
Be first, lest you be last.
Amy with the Y, what are your final thoughts on this episode, the news stories, anything that you want?
Oh God, I have no thoughts at all. My brain is a big vacuous vat of nothing. No, I'm glad you let us come on your show. I'm glad that you read my super funny review that I wrote, which was suggested to me by a mutual friend on Facebook. He was like, "Hey, you guys should check this show out. It's a lot like yours. If you haven't heard it, you should."
Name drop. Like, who was it?
Ryan something. Ryan Flowers.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you, Ryan Flowers.
Now, when I say mutual friend, I mean in a group with.
Yeah.
So I believe we're in another podcast group.
Gotcha.
But no, he had said something about how he listened to both of our shows and he thought we were similar in a lot of ways. And he's like, by the way, if you write them an iTunes review, they'll read it on their show. And since I am an attention whore, I will do anything to get attention for my show.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
So
we seek acceptance, so it's okay.
Thought it was hilarious, and then you read it, and I thought it was very funny. And then somebody else, the Brand X podcast, heard it on your show, and then they contacted our show. It was a whole thing. So
there you go.
You've actually been a great attention getter for us.
We're like the matchmakers for podcasters. We've even
pretty much.
We make everybody else famous.
We make everybody else.
Except for you.
Except us. What the fuck, people?
Yeah, you gotta. I've learned that you've got to be out whoring your podcast at all times to get any traction. So.
I just heard whoring and I'm back on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what she does. She's our resident whore. So anyway,
resident whore.
Oh, that is so my new cover band.
So yeah, you'll be listening. Our podcast listeners will be listening to this on our feed because what we're actually doing is a crossover episode where
we're lazy as fuck.
We're so lazy, and it was like do 2 interviews or just record once, and then we can both record it.
We did 2 interviews with Michael, and that was exhausting.
Oh my God,
and I'm still worn out
and we can't
from it,
ever talk to him again now. So
there you go.
We thought this might be a better way to do it. So Secular Soup
I gave him my phone number. He calls me like I call you.
Yeah, you really shouldn't have done that.
Whoa.
Don't give him your phone number. I shouldn't have given you my phone number either.
I shouldn't
I'm
have
gonna
sent you all
change
those
it.
dick pics
So,
too. I know,
yeah.
I get it.
Oh.
That's why it says that bitch on it.
You're like, who is? I always ask her if she's eating cereal because she gets really mad if she has to. Her cereal has to be a certain crunchy factor.
Yeah.
And so I say, "Are you eating cereal?" Which is my code for I'm gonna call you.
So then I know to put it on silent and hide the phone then.
I give her a heads up, like, "Are you eating cereal?" Bitch?
That's our code language. So moral of the story is if you are listening to Secular Soup right now, you might enjoy the Dumb All Over podcast. And if you are listening
to our show.
Dumb All Over right now, then you might enjoy the Secular Soup podcast and vice versa.
You should listen to our show.
You should listen to us all and give us all money because we all want money. That's what this is what we have in common.
There you go.
And everybody should play really sad music right now because I'm a single mom. Mm-hmm. And I'm super, super poor and I need the money. So give me all the money.
Listen,
and if you go
Austin's
to
the editor, so.
And I just can't sleep I can't sleep with people just to get my bills paid because
as much
I'm
as she
tired.
tries. Yeah, she just doesn't have enough hours in the day.
And I have too much. What's that called? What's that I word? Integrity?
No,
intoxication.
You don't have any of
I think I have that one. That's it.
People may not realize that we, aside from talking into microphone things and putting that on the internet, we also make things because we're crafty bitches. So if you go to delightfulbitchcraft.com, we sell shit that we make that's funny. I just made some Because Trump wine glasses.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
They just say Because Trump.
Oh yeah, that's all you need.
Shit like that.
I drink a bottle of wine with our show, and I'm turning them all into like highball glasses, and I'm gonna put like saucy phrases on them.
Yeah.
Now
we're very saucy.
Amy with an I. Give me your final thoughts, and then I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. So, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts, like in life or in general?
About the show, about the topics, that things like that. Or
I'm
or
really
in life.
happy that we talked about Trump.
Oh yeah, yeah, me
Who isn't?
Me too.
He's super hot, and I like
Yep,
him.
bedtime thoughts. Yep.
And if he comes to visit Dallas,
No,
You'll be
Stop!
ready.
Stop! No, bad podcasters. Bad
got him in my sights. Is all I'm saying.
So they're cutting
no,
that
it
out
was-
too,
it was
Austin.
The problem is they don't
was
even have
good,
book depositories anymore.
Stop.
I didn't say anything, honestly. It was you guys inferred way too much from my statements.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
totally innocent. It's all your
Oh
fault.
yeah.
Yeah. So it was good. I enjoyed that we talked about Trump, and I learned a lot about where I'm going to take my next baby.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Okay then.
And we
No,
all
that's
learned
pretty
about
good.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, and
Yeah,
I will be private
are you guys
messaging you some
fucking
clips.
kidding me?
So
Are you
Even though most of
kidding
us knew about it already. knew about him already.
Yeah, everybody.
you're
knows
gonna
about
know
it.
by the end
Okay.
of the night, Tom.
Yeah.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
I
Tom?
do. I do.
Do you have an Alexa or something?
Bless you. I'm sorry. I didn't know what you said.
Okay.
What was that?
Get on Prime Music and just play Hamilton.
Hamilton. Okay.
Seriously.
Hamilton.
It will change your life
Oh yeah.
forever.
You can listen to it for free on YouTube. Just get on the
For
YouTube.
free.
Hamilton. So
Now,
on the
when you say
YouTubes.
change my life,
It's on Amazon. It's like it's right there.
do you mean change
It's
my
life-
life like Confession did when I was a Catholic? No.
yes, it
Like
will
that?
change your life in every possible
Yes.
conceivable way.
Yes,
you will
Father.
see
it will
everything
touch
differently.
you in places that haven't been touched in
You'll have
years.
emotions you didn't know existed.
Oh, trust me, I'm pretty sure they've been explored.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Your
what that
emotions
means.
are the touching places. Wait, I need to delve into this.
Awkward.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. Actually, I'm pretty drunk.
don't know
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
before we give our final thoughts, tell me and tell our listeners a little bit about your podcast. Tell us why
It's the
why
best podcast out
why
there.
it started and where you can find it.
Oh God, it's two bitches just babbling every week about nonsense. Occasionally
But
we have a
it's us
serious
too.
topic.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have guests. Usually we don't.
We don't want to talk to anyone else,
There you
honestly.
go.
We really don't.
Okay.
We're enough show on our own. So we bitch about being parents and about politics and about how men are trash.
Yes,
and
agreed.
Just
They're
all
the
the shit.
worst.
You know, Donald Trump. We keep up with Amy's adventures with Donald Trump.
Ooh, okay.
I mean,
All that
he's a
good
sexy
shit.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. If you're into ladies rambling about shit. Because here's the thing. In the atheist podcast community, there's a lot of dicks around, right?
It's a sausage fest.
So
let's be
many
real.
dudes. Just dudes everywhere.
White cis males
So
talking
we
about shit.
had to-
Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, we had to bring some lady to the podcastosphere.
Agreed.
So
We're-
here we are.
There you go.
Check us
Yeah.
out. And then give us money. Because
There-
we really like money.
Where-
And then give Dumb All Over some money too.
Yeah,
but
please.
give us most of your money. And
Yeah.
then give us the left.
Well,
give them the leftovers.
Seriously, we'll
Give
take
them the
leftovers.
10%.
We'll take the leftovers. Honestly, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah.
where can we find you?
the scraps. Just Google Delightful Bitchcraft or Secular Soup.
Well, here's the thing. If somebody's listening to this right now, that means they know how to find podcasts. And if you know how to find a podcast, then you know how to search for a podcast. And if you know how to do that, then all you need to know how to do is spell the words secular and soup.
That's
And then you're good to go.
GODIS.
Exactly. Yeah.
Amazing.com, right?
Or
Or
alternately,
real. I would also accept real.
yes.
Oh,
Or
okay.
you can go to the website domain, which I purchased for $12, called Delightful Bitchcraft,
Ooh.
and you will find the podcast and the Patreon and the shit
Our
we sell,
swag.
the Etsy, all that shit.
Sounds
So,
good.
Kind of a
Sounds
one-stop
Because
shop
we're-
for us.
We're
Very
crafty
cool.
bitches.
Craft bitches.
very, very
Yep.
cool.
We're fun.
Ladies,
More fun than you guys.
If you have to say we're fun, we're not fun.
Is that like how when I say I'm cool and that means I'm cool?
Yes,
Okay.
that's exactly right. You're like, oh no, it's okay, we're fun.
Yeah, we're fun. We're the fun moms.
there you
Shh,
go.
it's a joke. It's just a joke.
Don't
all
make
right.
it awkward.
Now wait, hold on.
Don't make it weird.
you didn't want me to call you ladies. You said something bitches, right? What was it? Well, delightful bitches.
Delightful bitches.
Delightful bitches. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for putting up with us.
Or you can call us motherfucking cunts.
No.
Yeah, don't do
No,
that.
don't do
No.
that. Don't do
That's gonna
that.
end
Actually,
badly
don't do
for
that.
you.
I won't do that.
I'm sorry. Don't do that. Don't listen to Amy.
I won't.
Don't ever listen to Amy. Any of them.
I won't. I promise.
Okay.
But no, seriously, thank you very much.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
We should do this again.
We probably won't. We're gonna miss you.
We're probably going to forget all about you after
wow.
this.
This is every date ever I've ever had.
Swipe left real
It's like,
fast.
wow, such a good time. I'm changing my number
Gosh,
tomorrow.
it was the best date ever. I cannot remember your phone number or name. Thank you so much for the salad.
You're welcome. The croutons were extra, though. Croutons were extra. Croutons.
Oh, I'm still not putting out.
All right. I think that's it. I think that's all we have.
Yeah,
All right.
fantastic.
So check out Secular Soup Podcast. They're funny. They're witty. They're quote unquote bitches. And so are we.
We're nasty bitches.
We are.
Don't take it from us. Don't make it weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. But that's what I do. I make things weird.
Oh, trust me, he makes everything weird.
Hey, speaking of giving us money, go to patreon.com/dumbleoverpod. And, you know.
Like how you put on your podcast voice.
I did. That was my
Thank you
podcast
for doing
voice.
that with the last 2 minutes of the show.
Yeah, please check, open up your wallet, see that extra $5, go to the bank, deposit it into your bank account, take your credit card, make an account on Patreon, give us said $5, and you get stuff. I don't remember what the rewards are.
You think our audience has $5 in their wallet?
No. We attract the bored people.
We'll take your vacuum pennies.
We'll take Bitcoin. Just give us some fucking currency.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to give us a currency, go on iTunes and leave us a fucking 5-star comment, 5-star rating, and a comment. And we'll read it on the air.
And Tom will.
Yeah, it's not
stumble
that
his way
hard,
through it.
people. Even I figured it out. Come on.
Seriously.
Like, it's so easy and Amy can do it.
It's so easy. And Amy
It
can
took me
do
like 5 minutes. Jesus.
Yeah.
Just leave the
And
review, people.
it's gotten us on 2 different
There you
shows.
go.
Right?
Yeah. So your review can make you famous. Said by the Amy's.
Yeah.
Leave us a 5-star comment.
And then leave one for Secular Soup.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you want. If you have time. First us.
Two
Call
for
us
the
bitches.
price
I don't care. I won't read it. I'm not going to read it.
You're not going to read it?
We're busy
But
and
thank
important.
you for it.
You know?
Yeah, we're too busy. And
We're too
important.
busy watching Lin-Manuel Miranda do amazing
I am
things.
not.
so.
I'm too busy working 3 jobs.
Lin-Manuel
Oh my God,
Lin-
Tom.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's
Hey,
late.
I don't
It's
say this lightly,
past
but
8 o'clock, and I'm tired. So
Wait, all I heard was Russell Crowe.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's what I heard.
I can already hear the news tomorrow. A local podcaster was killed last night. He was survived by his mother and father
Yeah, and that's it because I
and
don't
an angry
have.
little dog.
Hey, don't fuck with my dog. Yo, this fucking show's over. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. No, we won't because it's a podcast and it's audio only.
And that's all we've got for now. Thanks to all our fabulous listeners who put up with us droning on week after week. If you enjoy our delightful bitchcraft, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and send us all of your monies on Patreon. You can find us on those platforms by using the Google machine. It's not hard. This week, your donations will go to a case of maple syrup.
Yum.
If you
That's
want
gonna
to
be
tell
good.
the right, well, when Canada invades us, we need.
I
to
need
have
some
currency.
pancakes too. Yeah.
I was thinking it was going to be currency.
If
you wanted to-
hopefully.
I know, fingers crossed. And then sweet tight pants
Yes.
for Trudeau.
Ugh.
I know. Stop drooling. If you want to tell the world how awful this episode was, join our Secret Soup Talk Facebook group. If you want to tell us to fuck off personally, you can send an email to secularsouppodcast@gmail.com. Please rate and review us on iTunes, Facebook, and wherever else you can review things like this. It will help us spread the soup gospel far and wide. And hey, tell your friends. As always, we'll leave you with the vocal stylings of Mr. Eli Bosnick.
Secular Soup Creed. Soup is the ultimate virtue. It's delicious, nutritious, patriarchy smashing, racism fighting, warm and fuzzy, human affirming, fun having, anti-theist, glitter throwing, tummy satisfying, pair of new shoes fulfilling, diversity seeking happiness. Minestrone. beef and barley, chicken broth and split pea, gazpacho, tomato, clam chowder and potato, chicken noodle, beef noodle, egg drop and ramen cup, miso, gumbo, leek and pho. Grab a bowl and taste the magic. Slurp even this.